When most people think of Halloween, they think of trick-or-treating, parades, bobbing for apples, and other family-friendly activities. But bet you didn't know the true story behind the ancient origins of Halloween. It all goes back some 2,000 years to the ancient Celtic festival known as Samhain, celebrated on November 1st. On the night before Samhain, people believed that the dead returned as ghosts. They would leave food and wine on their doorsteps to keep roaming spirits at bay, and wear masks when they left the house so they would be mistaken for fellow ghosts. The Christian Church turned Samhain into All Saints' Day, or All Hallows, in the 8th century. The night before became All Hallows' Eve, later shortened to Halloween. You've heard of trick-or-treating on Halloween, but what about souling or guising? All three of these traditions originated in medieval Britain. On All Souls' Day, November 2nd, the needy would beg for pastries known as soul cakes. In return, they would pray for people's dead relatives. This was called souling. In the medieval Halloween tradition of guising, young people would dress up in costume and accept food, wine, money, and other offerings in exchange for singing, reciting poetry, or telling jokes. In 19th century America, Irish and Scottish immigrants revived these old traditions. The result was trick-or-treating. At first, it was much more about the tricks, in the form of pranks and hijinks, than the treats. It wasn't until the 1950s that the custom took on its current family-friendly, kid-centered form. Today, Halloween is big business, with U.S. consumers spending more than $2.5 billion on costumes annually. Add in the candy, and it's estimated that Americans spend up to $6 billion on Halloween each year, making it the second most commercial holiday after Christmas. So whether you're a fan of tricks, treats, or trivia, there's a bit of Halloween history. We bet you didn't know!
And for our daily holidays, it's Caramel Pumpkin Day, National Caramel Apple Day, and National Doorbell Day.
This is Franciscan Media's Saint of the Day for October 31st. Today we celebrate Saint Wolfgang of Regensburg. Born in Germany around 924, Wolfgang was educated in a Benedictine abbey known for its outstanding library school. There he met Henry, a young nobleman who had become an archbishop. Wolfgang remained in close contact with Henry and supported his efforts to reform the clergy. At the archbishop's death, Wolfgang entered the Benedictine community. Following his ordination, he was made director of a monastery school at an abbey located in present-day Switzerland. Later, Wolfgang was sent to Hungary as a missionary, where he achieved limited results despite his zeal and goodwill. In 972, Wolfgang was appointed Bishop of Regensburg, near Munich. He devoted himself to reform, especially among clergy. He preached with vigor and effectiveness, and always demonstrated a special concern for the poor. Even as a bishop, he continued to wear the habit of a monk and lived an austere life. The desire for solitude never left him. At one point, he left his diocese to devote himself to prayer, but his responsibilities called him back. Wolfgang died in 994. There's more.
Our verse today is from Romans. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse them. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be haughty, but associate with the lowly. Do not claim to be wiser than you are. Do not repay anyone evil for evil, but take thought for what is noble in the sight of all. If it is possible, so far as it depends on you, live peacefully with all. And Bible trivia. What did Herod's niece do to please him? She danced. And today's question, which of the 7 continents do most authorities think was the location for the Garden of Eden? And our joke of the day, what's a ghost's favorite dessert? Ice cream. Everybody have a happy Halloween.